Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Your Life is Your Choice by Gaur Das. So this is one of the biggest messages I'd like to send to people. It's something Sadhguru said before. They have the same message, but they seem to be different. Sadhguru says you have control over this body. You have control over what this does. You have no control over the outside. This one says your life is your choice. Essentially saying like the decisions you make is your choice. and they're both saying the same thing because everything that you do, every choice that you make is your choice in terms of your life, of what happens in your life. Same thing with Sadhguru, like how you feel, what you choose to eat, what you choose to do throughout the day, how you choose to feel and whatnot. It's all your choice. Things externally doesn't necessarily affect you directly. Now obviously if someone punches you in the face, that's a little bit different. But in terms of like how you spend your money, what you do with your life, how your outlook in life is, and everything in your body, it's all your choice. But I feel like today there are a lot of people who don't see it that way. If they see something going wrong in their life, they tend not to blame themselves, but blame the external world. And they don't think of like, oh, I'm not spending my money wisely. I should be able to spend $500 a day every day for the rest of my life, and I should be able to do that. And if I'm not doing that, it's not me making a bad choice. It's the world's doing something against me. That's the kind of the idea, mentality that I'm trying to fight against. And this basically what Sadhguru says about you control your body and your life is your choice is about taking personal responsibility of the decisions you make in life, which is something that I want to push. Now don't get me wrong, you can make all the right choices and there can be some things that go bad, but so long as you're taking responsibility for your actions and you are being genuinely honest. This is something that Advaita Vedanta, or sorry, Sadhguru, I think it says guru is the definition of seeking truth. I'm not sure, I don't know. Sadhguru seems to make up a lot of definitions, but I get what he means. But so long as you are genuinely truthful to yourself and your decisions, then I think that I think that you can look at life in reality, where there are obviously things that you can't control in life, external factors, but you don't blame them necessarily for things going wrong in your life. Obviously, if there are people out there who are directly attacking you, you can't control them and they will affect your life. But if you start thinking, oh, everyone's out to get me, but in reality no one's not, and you start blaming this figurative people or whatever it is that's affecting your life, then that's a problem, because you have this false sense of blame and you don't take any responsibilities for your actions. Anyways, I said a lot. Let's go ahead and get started.
One time, I was flying from Moscow, Russia, to Kiev, Ukraine. I boarded the flight, and the stewardess came up to me and said, "Welcome on board, sir. We guarantee takeoff." I asked her, "Landing, madam?" She said to me, "You're a monk, aren't you?"
I wasn't thinking of the landing part, but it's like guaranteed takeoff. Wait. Is there issues taken off that you have to guarantee takeoff? Like landing, not a problem. We don't have to guarantee that because that's kind of normal. But taking off, no guarantees. But in this flight, guaranteed. But I guess the landing portion is quite important too.
Pray to the Lord Almighty for a safe landing. We all are aware that when we take a flight, the takeoff is completely beyond us. We can do nothing about the takeoff. It's completely in the hands of the pilot. And when it comes to landing, even the landing is completely beyond our control. It's in the hands of the pilot. Many times when I fly, and there is a very smooth landing where we don't even come to know that the plane has landed, people give an ovation, a loud round of applause. I have not been an exception either. Of course, the only thing is we don't give a standing ovation because the seat belt sign is still on.
Okay.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the landing is also beyond our control. And what about the turbulence? The turbulence during the journey, during the flight, is also completely beyond us.
Outside of pilot's control.
The wind speed is beyond us. When the plane passes through the clouds and the entire plane becomes wobbly, it's not in our control. What is in our control during the flight is our choice. Some people choose to just go to sleep, yet others get completely drunk on alcohol. Some watch movies, some keep munching something, yet others make new friends, talk to others and network. Yes, what to do during that journey is in our control. In the journey of life as well, the takeoff, which is our birth, is completely beyond our control. We didn't choose our parents. We didn't choose which nation we were born in. We didn't choose which city we were born in. We didn't choose our socio-economic class we were born in. We didn't choose our looks. We didn't choose the religion we were born in. Our takeoff of the journey of life was completely beyond us. And the landing, death, even that will be completely beyond us. I've heard many times people telling me that they would just love to die by getting a massive heart attack and dropping dead. No trouble for them, no hospitalization, no tubes, no needles, no trouble caused to others. In one shot, go. Now, no matter how much we might wish that, it's just beyond us. How we go and how the landing happens is completely beyond us. And what about the turbulence, the disturbances, the problems during the journey of our life? Some of them are within our control, which we can solve. But many problems and issues and the turbulence caused is completely beyond our control because it's caused by situations which are beyond us. It's caused by people who are beyond us. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in this journey of life, the takeoff, the landing and the turbulence is not in our control. What is in our control, however, is the choices we can make. And therefore, spirituality is about learning how to make those right choices.
I will say I really like the way he put this. It's very good. The other ones, like the chess one, there's a few things are missing. Like he didn't really play on the chess part too much. I think I said something about that. If you want to watch the chess, it says things he learned from a chessboard or a chess, something like that. Same thing with the pen. Pen he did a pretty good job with. But this one was like spot on though. He really... I was trying to think of a way. It's like, what if you're the pilot? Because you have control over your life. You have no control over external things. But I think the being just some person in the plane is pretty much like that too. I mean, you can't really go wrong with either explanation. But yeah, he really nailed this one for sure. I like it a lot.
When we learn to make those right choices, we learn to live a transformed, happy, fulfilled life despite all the turbulence and problems that are going on around us. It is said, when we are beautiful, it's God's gift to us. When we live our life beautiful, it is our gift to God. Therefore, being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of age. Being a gentleman is a matter of choice. And as a corollary to that, being a female is a matter of birth. Being a woman is a matter of age. Being a gentlewoman is a matter of choice. Let us all take to spiritual wisdom, learn to make the right choices which are within our control as our gift to God, and thus live our lives as thorough and perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Really well put. I wonder if I can add my own little twist here. I'm weird like that, okay, guys? Like he says, like I like these things, but to be, I guess, being a person is a matter of birth. So once you are born, you are in fact a person. Being wise is a matter of age, but then again, there are people out there who are older and still are not wise. But usually, with age comes wisdom, and being a gentle person is a matter of choice, which is again, I 100% agree with all of that. This is really well put together by him, and he does touch up on a lot of things that I understand, but my personal things, I always want to cover all bases, or try to be as kind of all-encompassing as possible. Even though what he says does, I just fear there are people out there who's like, yeah, of course I know this, you know. And I like along with said gurus, like, you know, I think a lot fewer people probably would understand what he's saying about, you know, you control this body. It's like, yeah, of course I control this body. It's just everything else outside of me, you know. They think of controlling their body like, oh, I can control my limbs, I can control my eyes, I can control whatever. But in terms of eating, spending, addictions, or not, well, addictions, anything dealing with external things, they don't see that as personal control. Like buying a t-shirt or something like that. It's like, oh, that's something external that I can't control. Like if I need it, well, if you need it, you need it, or whatever. But it's more along the lines like people who buy like a really expensive shirt because they like the design or whatever. It's like, oh, I got to buy this because it looks really good. And I don't think they see that as personal choice to some degree. They can see that their desire for it, but it's almost like it's a compulsion. I guess that's the right word. Oh, video over me talking now. There's like a desire for it, and it seems like it's something to them maybe instinctual. It's like, I gotta have that because it'll make me look good or whatever. And they don't necessarily see that as them making the choice. So that whenever they're like, oh, why am I so poor? Or, you know, I guess it's just financial issues. This is what I'm thinking of a lot. They don't associate their bad decisions with their poor choices, and that can apply to a lot of other things too, like, you know, finding out, going on dates, or buying cars, or buying a house, or when to buy a house. They look at these external things, external factors, as external choices. That's not a personal choice or not a responsible choice on their part. It's all external, so therefore it must be something else's fault that's causing me to fail and not me myself. I do see that. I wish people can see choices like what Sadhguru and Gopal here has said, Gaur Gopal, about how that you have control over this body. And I wish they'd emphasize also, like Sadhguru does, is the emotion parts, your emotions, your sadness, your anger. Very key things there, because when people look at anger and sadness, they don't see that as them generating it. They see that, oh, that person is causing me to get mad. And kind of the case, but you still have control over your body and your emotions. Because what someone says may offend you, but to everyone else may not be offensive at all, even though he's not speaking to you directly, he's just saying a word in general. Yet you got offended. So the word is not offensive, it's the fact that you got offended by the word. Now, of course, words have meaning. It's a very complicated matter, and a matter that I think will take too much time to talk about. But yes, but generally speaking, there are people out there who just get offended for no reason, because words are spoken, because they say that, oh, that word's supposed to be offensive, so let me be offended by it. Not because it affects me, just because it's supposed to be offensive. Anyways, this is the thing that I guess this is one of the main things. Maybe I won't say my life mission, but just a thing that I hope to spread. Your life is your choice. You control this body, like Sadhguru says. Everything about this body. Obviously, you can control your cells and stuff like that, but the idea is the point. Anyways, this is my reaction to Your Life is Your Choice by Gaur Gopal Das. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.